What is going on, boys? Welcome back to another video where we're getting pretty close to putting this RB25 DE into the car now. You'll pretty much know where we're up to with everything. Got everything tidied up. I've got the manifold painted in, we've got all the fancy little bits all clean and ready to go. Now we're getting close to putting the clutch and the flywheel on, put the gearbox on, and I'm going to try and put it in the car in one piece. Now it's a little bit tricky. I think I'm going to have to push it out into the driveway and kind of lever it on in because the ceiling will be too low here, and unlike the red car, I don't want to cut the radiator support because it's not going to be my car forever. So depending on what the person who buys it wants to do with it, that it'll just be easier if that stays, I think. But that's what's happening with this whole girl anyway. I figured that I was just going to get a bunch done over a course of period of time. Upon review of the last video, I feel like it's not really that interesting. So I'm more just going to smash out a bunch of stuff and get it to a point, and then we'll jump to kind of putting the motor in. I think so. Anyway, don't really know. Over the weekend, I didn't really have much time to work on the car. As per usual, this is all during the week stuff, just in case you're wondering. Every night after work, this is just what happens. Weekends, house things. I did get maybe an hour or two, 3 maybe, to work a little bit on this and play around with some things. And what's the best thing you could do with your time when you've only got a small amount of time to the enjoyment factor? Slam it on different wheels. So here we have it. And put the kit on too, for potentially the first time that I think it might have ever been on. Somewhat? I don't actually know. Yeah, I think it is. I've only ever had the white bumper on this car temporarily. I wasn't really a fan of it, but I think with the full BN theme, we might be on to a winner. And of course, put the XT7s on the front. It still doesn't have suspension, so for anyone thinking that I'm actually going to run it that low, no, you're high. That ain't functional at all, Chief. But still, looks pretty sick. All it does need now is a big old front mount intercooler right in the guts of it there, but that won't be happening, at least not in my ownership. So as much as I'd love to plus T it and get it running as a turbo car, yeah, just kind of other priorities. Like was always going to be the case, that this would be a stepping stone into something else. There was a point where it was going to be a drift car as well, but that changes car guys, you know what I mean. But there's no doubt that just having a car that has a presence in the shed, for me at least, is 10 times more motivational to work on. So, but this is what we're dealing with anyway. I mean, I definitely think it looks pretty sick. Like that, just that shot there with that in it. I kind of just want to get it running and drive it. Maybe, I don't know, it's gonna be hard to sell it now. I'm not too sure. No, maybe I should just get into non-turbo drifting and just drift this instead. It might be a lot more reliable. I don't know, but it's pretty exciting. There's no doubt things are getting close now to putting this in. I have been playing around with the loom that I got with the motor, and it all seems like it's kind of gonna work in a relatively easy fashion. There'll just be the fuse box harness, or like the front wiring loom. I'll show you what I mean. So basically, on the engine harness for the stagiair that was going to go in it, basically these plugs are different, which this at the moment connects to these. That goes in there, that goes back to there, and from what I can gather, that gives the ECU power, and sorry, that gives the fuse box power, which controls your lights and gives everything else bloody red hot go. So that is what is going to happen there. I am a Sparky, a house Sparky for those that didn't know. Not that anyone was asking either, but when it comes to car wiring, not a big fan. No idea what I'm doing. So, a lot of learning. Quite often make the jokes, just like wiring a house. It's not like wiring a fucking house. Nothing like wiring a house. This is way harder. You can't kill yourself, but it's a lot harder. There's a lot more wires, a lot more small wires. So, that will be a job for me and a mate, slash a few mates, slash anyone that thinks they have somewhat of an idea. Just general progress all around, so things are good. Things are looking up. We're going to get this on the gearbox and everything attached tonight. Probably won't try and put it in tonight, and we'll just do a few more little bits and pieces. Maybe try and look at getting this in the next week or so. And then once the motor's in there, I dare say things will fall into place fairly quickly after that, because this has kind of been the long, tedious part. Famous last words. Don't get ahead of yourself, but at least it'll look nice in there, you know. So we'll move on with that. Alright, this isn't going well. This isn't going well at all. I just can't get the angle. I think I definitely need another mate or two to try and leave it on down in. I've seen it done before, I know it's possible. But yeah, many hands, something, light work. But yeah, you basically see what I'm dealing with here. All the angles are not agreeing at all. Putting some nice scratches in the back of the firewall there, which is a little bit annoying, but yeah, she ain't working. So I think I'll get this thing back out and wait till the mate comes around. Multiple mates come around, you know, convince them to come over with a few beers maybe, and then hit them with this. And I think that's going to be our solution, so stay tuned.
Clear the fucking jack stand.
Oh, he's hard. You did that push. And then now you're going to have to get real high. Keep going up.
Yeah, bro. Whoop. Easy. Up a little bit more. Up a bit. Yeah, that's it.
But I did 2 bumps.
Here we go.
Alright, the holes are basically lined up now.
Okay, sweet. So yeah, just can we go down here?
Down on the trans.
Down on the.
That's it. That's it. That's it.
Sweet, we're on.
Alright, so now we just need to
Put a little kick on the motor just in case.
Yeah.
So it needs to come a little bit my way about.
You're right. It won't go far now anyway.
That's fucking sweet. That's it.
Sorry about your clutch master.
It's all good. Oh no! Oh, here they are. You're right here. Oh, this is not enough leverage under the car to. This is why, yeah. Ah, you're right. My job is done. I helped.
Pretty much.
Alright boys, she is in. After battling and struggling trying to do it by myself with the crane about bloody as high as the Sky Tower, soon realised that it wasn't going to be doable by myself. So I kind of gave up for the night. I thought, I was like, stuff it, you know, I'll just wait, give it another day, wait till a few of the boys come around. And what do you know, a few of the boys came around that night. And we were watching the Bathurst Top 10 shootout, and it got cancelled, and we were like, oh, what are we going to do now? And I kind of thought, so I've got something we can do. Let's put an RB25 in a car. And the boys are down. So that's what you would have seen there, watching us battle and struggle. I'm not too sure what's going on with these RB20 mounts. It's an RB20 subframe, or an R32 subframe, but the 20 mounts are specific to these subframes. Not too sure with the RB25 mounts, cross member brackets. I don't know, but took a little bit of mucking around to try and get it slotted in there, but we have it in there, so we should not be too far away now. I've just got to figure out this loom, do a bunch of odds and ends. I'm going to wire up a fuel pump for the back, put the fuel tank back in, get that all sorted. Yada yada yada. The adjustable suspension that I bought, I can't remember if I mentioned, but I got some cheap adjustable suspension off the Old Faithful marketplace. Turns out they're pretty dog shit. Pay for what you get. Could have seen that one coming. But yeah, I'm not too sure. I'm gonna see if I can wind it down a little bit more, because at the moment she won't do. It just won't do. So we'll get that sorted, play around with that. Might put the extended RCAs from the red car into this one, do those ones better, a few little things. But yeah, so that's going to be it for this one anyway, guys. Thanks for watching. As per usual, not a lot of exciting stuff happening, but I appreciate everyone's comments and feedback. Exciting things coming soon. Hopefully get this bad boy started, and then go do some mangs around the neighbourhood, really get the neighbours going. So until then, we shall see you next time. Take it easy, guys. Cheers.